Hey guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you my to-be read pile for December and January. So, before I get going with my TBR, let's talk about my TBR from the last 2 months. That went very successfully. I got every book done from that TBR, so yay! Like, the last book I read, I literally finished it on the very last day of November, so that's good. And, yeah, some good books in there, some average books. Did I have a bad book? I think there might have been maybe 1 or 2 bad books in there, but still, overall, a good last 2 months of reading. Hopefully this month, or these next 2 months rather, go very well. And yes, stay tuned in the future for all of the books that I read. Stay tuned for some reviews. I will get around to those eventually. So let's move on. What am I going to be reading for the next 2 months? Let's start with Harry Potter, you guys. I have here Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and this is the illustrated edition. Every year now, they've been releasing these illustrated editions. Prisoner of Azkaban just came out, I think, within the last month. So yeah, I'll read that next year. This month, I plan on getting around to the illustrated edition of Chamber of Secrets. I am very excited. Chamber of Secrets is one of my favorites. My favorite book is Goblet of Fire, and then I think Chamber of Secrets is probably my next favorite after Goblet of Fire. And yeah, there's some gorgeous illustrations in here. Definitely when I do a book review for this, I'll show you guys some pictures in here, so stay tuned for that. I also plan on getting to the latest by Dan Brown, and this is Origin, featuring his protagonist, Robert Langdon, who is played by Tom Hanks in the movies. I'm very excited to read Origin. I've not really been disappointed by these Dan Brown books. The only one that I didn't really particularly like that much was The Lost Symbol. Is that what that one's called? I think it's called The Lost Symbol. That one was a bit of a disappointment to me, so hopefully I do enjoy this one. And if you don't know anything about these Dan Brown books, they are contemporary books with kind of a mystery thriller aspect, a lot of times having something to do with history, whether that be artwork or religion or something like that. Dan Brown always kind of tackles something rather controversial. But yeah, I love these books immensely. They're just really, really fun from start to finish. Can't wait to get to this one. Next is a book that's a long time coming for me. I have been anxiously dying to read this book, and it is Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. And this is historical fiction, and it's about this woman who was charged with the murder of 2 men, and it takes place in northern Iceland. And this woman, while she's waiting, I guess for her death sentence, I suppose, her execution, she's living with this family in the meantime, doing chores and labor for them. And yeah, I guess we'll kind of get a flashback of the crimes that she committed. Whether or not she did the crimes, I don't know. Yeah, I'm very, very excited to read this. I've heard nothing but amazing things about this. And it is based off of something in real life, something similar, I think, that happened. And weirdly enough, I just finished watching the Netflix series Alias Grace, and that's about a female murderer. And this is about a female murderer. So yeah, that's kind of perfect timing right there. I still need to read Alias Grace, you guys. Oh my god, that miniseries was amazing. So yeah, I love that. I think I'm definitely really going to love this book. Next, I have Hidden Sea by Gregory Maguire, and this is a tale of the once and future Nutcracker. So yeah, a retelling of the Nutcracker. That seems to be Gregory Maguire's thing. He's been kind of retelling classic fairy tales or classic pieces of literature and whatnot. Gregory Maguire, you guys, I hope he doesn't let me down. I love the Wicked books. Those focus on, you know, a retelling of The Wizard of Oz and whatnot. I love those. I love Mirror Mirror. I love Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister. I have not read the one, what is it called? I think it's called, yeah, there it is. It's called After Alice, which is a sort of retelling of Alice in Wonderland, I believe. I have not read that one yet. So I hope I like that one. But yeah, I'm going to get to this one first since this is a new release. Seriously, I hope I love this, you guys. This is a really great cover, too. And yeah, it opens up. See if you guys can see. It opens up here. And the Nutcracker, there's this really creepy image of the Nutcracker here. Next, I plan on reading The Truth About the Harry Cubert, I think that's how it's pronounced, The Truth About the Harry Cubert Affair by Joel Dicker. And, you guys, this is an advanced reader's copy that I won on Goodreads a couple years ago, and I'm just now getting around to it. I feel kind of bad about that. But yeah, what is this book about? This has a very lengthy plot summary, you guys. I'm not really quite sure if I can summarize it here for you guys. If you guys are interested to know what this book is about, I highly suggest going on Goodreads because it is quite a lengthy summary here. But yeah, it takes place in 1975 and then it flash forwards 30 years. And yeah, it has something to do with the murder. Is it a murder? I think it has something to do with the murder of this 15-year-old girl that, yes, she gets murdered in 1975. And like I said, it flashes forward to 30 years later. And yes, something about her murder kind of reappears. So yeah, this sounds like a mystery thriller sort of thing, which I personally really love. So yeah, I hope I enjoy this. It's a very, very big book. And yeah, I'll definitely review this and give you guys a better idea of what it's about. Because yeah, right now I'm not in the mood to sit and read this whole thing and tell you what it's about. So that's 5 books right there. And I think I can squeeze out 3 more books to make that, what, 8 books, right? Yeah, am I doing my math correctly? Yeah, 5, 6, 8, yeah, 8. I can't do math right now, you guys. I'm a little tired. So yeah, let's go to my TBR jar, and I'm going to pull out 3 books from this jar. And you all, if you've been watching my TBRs, I got a new TBR jar. I used to have this little wooden thing that I put all my pieces of paper in, but it started to get really over full and it was kind of a nuisance to try and pull the pieces of paper out of. So yeah, I got this nice jar that's much bigger and wider, and yeah, I can shake the pieces of paper around. And look, you can even, I think you guys can see that, yeah, you can see my pieces of paper in there and everything. So yeah, this is my first time using my new TBR jar. So yeah, like I said, let's pull out 3 books from here. Let's shake it up. Okay. Book number 1 here. I have City of Thieves by David Benioff, and I just recently purchased this book. Yeah, this is historical fiction taking place in Leningrad during the Nazis' brutal siege of Leningrad, and yeah, it follows these 2 guys. And they're given this mission by a powerful Soviet colonel to go and get some eggs, because this colonel, he wants to make a wedding cake for his daughter. So these 2 guys, they need to go and get some eggs to make this cake. And yeah, it's all during the siege of Leningrad, which was horrible, you guys. And yeah, plus there was some severe rationing going on with food. So I'm very curious how these guys are going to manage to get a dozen eggs. So yeah, this sounds like a really good historical piece, and it might be rather humorous too. I'm expecting this to be weirdly humorous. So yeah, I definitely cannot wait to get to this. Plus, it's by David Benioff, one of the creators of Game of Thrones, which I love. Okay, so that's book 1 there. Let's see, book number 2. I pulled out The Secret Keeper by Kate Morton, and this is also historical fiction taking place in the English countryside in, you know what, when does it take place? I think this takes place sometime in the 1900s, perhaps? I might be a little off. It could take place in the 1800s, but I think it might be the 1900s, possibly. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, this is about a family. They're celebrating somebody's 19th birthday. And yes, something about the past resurfaces. Some deep, dark secret from this family. It resurfaces. And it says something about war-torn London. So yeah, maybe this is either World War I or World War II time frame. But yeah, this sounds really, really good. Kind of a little bit of a historical mystery going on there. Family secrets and drama. I definitely cannot wait to get into this. Okay, and the final book I'm going to pick out here. Let's go to the bottom once again. And the third book I pulled out here is The Witches by Stacie Schiff. And this is historical nonfiction talking about the Salem witchcraft trials of 1692. And I am super excited to read this, you guys. I love all things related to the Salem witchcraft trials because it was just such a weird time in history, a very tragic point in American history, if you will, and just so crazy and wild, and just can't believe the things that happened during those trials. So yeah, I'm very, very thrilled and excited to get to this. And I've heard a lot of good things about this, that Stacie Schiff does a good job with her writing and, you know, talking about all this, and it doesn't sound like a textbook or anything. So yeah, I hope that's the case. I hope this does not read like a textbook. So hopefully it's very, very thrilling and exciting. So that's it for this video, you guys. In the comments below, have you guys read any of these books? Do you plan on reading any of them? I am definitely very excited to read all these. I think I have a good 2 months of reading ahead of me. So yeah, you guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye, guys.